Whoa, is that Pete? Oh my god. Yikes. Score. He's gonna be excited.
Look at that guy.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh my gosh. Wow, that was actually really impressive. I thought he was gone today for a second.
That was you.
I know.
That was Brooks on that wave.
You too.
That was me on the first one, you on the second one. As that wave was described to me, it sounded like you almost didn't make it out of that one.
Yeah, it was pretty mild. I did a little turn and then came out of it, but yeah, it was a late drop.
I mean, you're always in control.
Yeah,
Me-
I guess that was at Tamarack probably.
That was Tamarack. That was the day we were surfing with James Rath.
Oh, okay.
That was a
good day for you.
That was an award-winning day. Got us a nomination to the Streamy Awards.
That's right. That was the best day.
On a Catch a Wave with Pete that we'll play later in the show, there was one period during that session where I got separated from you. Because remember, every time one of us would take off, it'd be 200 yards away from each other.
It was a really long ride in.
There was one point when we were far away from each other, and I ended up, I'm either going to get crushed by this wave, or I'm going to have to take it. And I just took one, and I made the drop, and you just hear me go like, ah! It was like the loudest I've ever yelled on a surfboard before.
Definitely the biggest wave I've seen you catch was that day.
Yeah, I mean those days were like you either catch it or you die.
Yeah.
So, or not die, but you're gonna have some problems getting stuck under the water for a while.
Yeah, and James wasn't enjoying it very much.
No, he wasn't having a good time. But hey, everybody.
Welcome to the Blind Surfer Show.
It is indeed the Blind Surfer Show after a long hiatus from the program. Brooks is back.
I'm back, baby.
No more Sam the Chicken.
He's here still, but
is he?
Can't really see him. Yeah.
I did a little talking to Sam the Chicken last night. I saw some study or heard some study on X today. It might have just even been Elon. He was talking about the total fallacy of agreement from ChatGPT. Like you can just keep getting it to agree with you, and then it reinforces everything you believe, and then you become delusional because you've got this AI friend that's just telling you exactly what you want to hear.
Right. It's always agreeable, you know.
Yeah, I heard it's not great for relationships. People that are like arguing that their significant other, and they're like, ChatGPT agrees with me.
Right. I set mine to disagree with me. It's very cold to me now.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. You can choose your personality now. You can make it very, very happy and placating and that kind of thing, or you can make it stern and cold and disagreeable. And I said I wanted to disagree with me.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah,
I set mine to friendly. I like having friendly interactions with them.
I think I like it because it brings more to the table. It's not just like you're a genius and have great ideas. It's like, well, have you thought of this? And I'm like, well, that's great. I need that.
All right, that's a good point.
Yes.
We got the text rolling today. I think if Jenny the chat lady is working, if anybody wants to send in any messages, did I kill Jenny the chat lady, or is it just quiet at this exact moment?
Yeah, it's not working, I guess.
Come on, Jenny the chat lady. Let's see if I have backup.
At Sarah
there we
Cam
go.
7808 asks you growing your hair out, Brooks.
Oh, are you?
I'm not. I
just
just need to get my girlfriend to cut it.
I'm so jealous of the fact that you have your girlfriend cutting your hair. Like that's it's such an inconvenience, and it's so much money having to go get your hair cut all the time.
I just think that having a buzz cut it's the best. It's where it's at.
I have a mildly weird shaped head.
You've said that before.
Yeah, I shaved my head for football in high school.
In what way do you mean? Like, is it?
I don't know,
like
man.
Tall?
It's kind of tall. It's kind of egg. I feel like I've got a bit of a stegosaurus head. Like there's this ridge that runs down the top of it.
Oh, I could see that.
And then
maybe you should grow up mohawk.
Oh, I could do that because I got the extra bumps already.
Yeah.
But yeah, I my last girlfriend, the one good quality about her was that she would cut my hair for me.
Yeah, it's nice.
I feel like I kind of noticed this when I still had some vision, and I started to notice that every blind or visually impaired person I met had long hair. And like Anthony Ferraro has long hair.
Yeah.
Guy that used to work at the radio station I was at, long hair. Like a lot of them either have like buzz cuts or long hair.
And Mancina does not.
Does he have a buzz cut, or does he have like regular?
It's just like normal hair. It's not a buzz cut or long.
I feel like it's there's so many stressors in my life, but like going to get a haircut, like getting there by myself and either getting dropped off or having Banana like hang with me, like it's not something I can just do on a Tuesday by myself. Like I have to go and get a haircut.
Yeah.
And it's like kind of a pain in the ass. And I could see people like, oh, I'm just gonna let it grow, and then I never have to go get a haircut.
It's a great life having a buzz cut. I love it.
I don't know. I guess I could try it one of these days, but I think I'll do it, and then I think you'll all be like, oh, you're right. You look horrible.
There's this guy I work with that he saw my buzz cut and he was inspired, and now he's buzz cut only. He cuts his own hair.
Nice. Oh, he cuts his own, like with a Flowbee?
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of balding compared to me.
Yeah.
So the buzz cut actually like accentuates. It makes him look better, actually.
Oh, all right. Well, that works.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm messing with all sorts. I keep knocking things over here.
Yeah, you're good.
April the 1st is like one of the more annoying. I hate today.
I do too, actually.
I thought it was just me. Like
A lot of people do, actually.
Okay. Like and then I always forget it's April the 1st. Like I log on to Instagram just kind of this morning, at some point between sessions. First thing I see is Bethany Hamilton. If people don't know, she's a pro surfer who got attacked by a shark and lost her, most of her left arm, I think.
Yeah.
And her thing is like, her post today is, I just got attacked by another shark. Fortunately, I didn't lose another limb, but I'm here to announce that I'm giving up surfing because the sharks belong in the water. We don't. I encourage everybody to get out. I'm like, and it's, it's first thing in the morning. I like just done my vocal warm-ups and my brain's not on yet. And I'm like, oh my God, Bethany Hamilton got attacked by another shark. And then I was like, oh no, it's just a stupid April Fool's thing.
Yeah, it's so dumb. Every brand, every influencer is doing some, I'm leaving social media, or we're sorry for this last product. It was too good. It's like, oh my gosh, you're so clever. No one's picking up on your April Fool's sarcasm.
No, and then I don't know what like the real news is. There was one story today that I'm like, is this real? Did you see the story about Kristi Noem's husband?
Yeah, I mean, that is real.
Okay, so people that don't know her, she was the former Secretary of Homeland Defense, I believe, and in the news today, her husband was found out to be leading a secret life where he dresses up like a woman and chats with fetish models.
Yeah.
Which is what exactly?
I don't even want to know. I just saw one picture of him wearing some big old fake things, and I was like, whoa, dude.
That's what I was listening to it on the news, and they were saying he was wearing like a stuffed bra, but he didn't do like a wig or makeup.
No, it was just his normal face.
Just a dude with bazungas.
How can you come back from that?
I don't know.
If I was him, I would just change my name. I'd move to the Amazonian jungle. I'd disappear forever.
Yeah, because I mean, what do you do?
I don't know, man.
And
might as well. It's over for you.
And then I started second guessing. I always second guess my my career choices when you tell me that there's like Twitch streamers making like 2.5 million a month, and apparently the fetish models that he was talking to charged $25 a minute to talk to him.
Yeah, I believe it.
And you have to assume. I think these things are probably like closed circuit. Like he's not doing this in a public forum. So one of these people he was charging $25 a minute to was the one that released the picture of him wearing his wife's bra.
Yep.
That's
probably because they got paid for it.
I guess. But yeah, so the first thing I saw was the fake shark story, and the next thing I saw was that. And I'm like, wait, like which one's more real? Like it was more believable to me that Bethany Hamilton got chomped on by a shark.
That's a good point.
Because I thought the other one had to be fake. We'll be taking your phone calls today, 760-517-6844. We got
Hoping she's waiting for the end of the day for the April Fools.
Yeah, we got the chat lady rolling there. That's Jenny, the chat lady.
Dragon said no one I date is good, so I'm just not going to date until I get asked.
I mean, until you get asked, then you will date. Okay.
You can't have that attitude. I'm sorry.
You're not going to date until you get asked. Have I ever been asked out? I can't even remember. I feel like I've pursued everybody. And then
typical if you're a guy.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like before app. Like I was never approached. I was never approached by a girl like out and about like, hey, you're handsome. Maybe it's possible that I could have been. I do feel like someone at some point in my life was probably trying to get my attention by
That had to have happened to you.
Yeah, like they were trying to use that magical eye contact thing, and then I was not paying any attention back to them.
Yeah.
So I might not have ever known. If you guys want to have your messages read out loud immediately, you can do a $3 or more super chat on YouTube, and the robot voice, what's his name? Gregory. The robot voice Gregory will read it out loud to us. 200 bits or more on Twitch will have the same effect. It'll read the voice, the thing to us out loud. We can, we're going to play a bunch of the messages on the Check Pete's voicemail because, you guys have been blowing that thing up. And I really appreciate all the messages, getting to go through them, hear what everybody has to say. Played one weird one for you just before the show.
Yeah, that one's not really appropriate, I feel like, for YouTube.
I like, what would it be appropriate for? Like OnlyFans?
A fetish show.
Yeah, fetish show.
What's his name? Christy Noem's husband might like
Oh
it.
yeah, yeah. It was some woman explaining in very graphic detail something that she had going on at a very interesting time, and I'm like, I'm not the one to help you out with this.
Right.
I don't know how to help you out with that.
Maybe we do a Patreon, and you can just address those types of messages.
That was when I was in college. I was trying to do a talk show, kind of, like we're doing now, but it was called, I wanted to do a show about dating and relationship advice, which is kind of ironic because I was in college. I was like 18 or 19. Like,
Yeah.
what the hell did I know about dating and relationships back then? But my show was called The Love Bastard. And I had
That's hilarious.
And I used to do the show at WTBU, which was the radio station at Boston University, and I would encourage girls in my class to like call the radio station at the time that I was on, and they would call up and ask their questions about relationships and whatnot. And Pete, the Love Bastard, he's on the air at WTBU. It was pretty fun.
Can we bring that back? I mean,
The Love Bastard segment.
Yeah,
I had a couple of people calling last. So in the voicemail now, when you call in the off hours and you get to leave a message, it says do something clever, witty, interesting. Ask me a question or ask for life advice. I should say ask for romantic advice.
romantic advice.
Mm.
I think that everyone's got some kind of weird love story, romantic advice they need. That's why I think you should bring back the
Love Bastard. I mean, a guy last night called up and he told me that he'd dated 2 women. They both broke his heart. He'd dated 5 men, and those relationships didn't go as bad. And he said he was just going to date men from now on. And I was like, okay, seems like sound logic.
All right.
He kind of came to that conclusion. I didn't really need me for it, but sometimes people do just need to talk stuff out.
Yeah. Maybe date something in between,
That is an option.
Neither working out for you,
There are in betweens these days. You can totally
Or
you can
just
totally
don't
pick
date
that.
people at all. Maybe you're just not right for people.
That too. 760-517-6844 is the phone number tonight. We are taking some phone calls. We'll see who's on the air now. Who's this? See, it's a big build up.
Hello?
There we go. Hey, who's this?
Hi, my name is Zach, and I just had a couple questions for you.
Sure, go ahead and keep your mouth close to the phone so we can hear you.
Okay, so my first question is, when you started to become blind, like you going blind, what was your hardest thing to accept?
I think the hardest thing to accept, it seems like a deep question for a young voice there.
It is.
I think the hardest thing for me to accept was that it was happening at all. Like it started happening to me when I was 8 years old, and no one in my family had any visual problems. None of my friends had any visual problems. And I was like, what? I mean, I feel like it took me years to even accept the fact that I was losing my eyesight. It just seemed ludicrous, ridiculous, unfair. And it was happening so slowly. I think I was in denial for a long time. I was like, maybe it's not going to happen. So just the whole concept of losing my eyesight was hard to accept. Good question. What's your other one?
I have 2 more. My other one is, what people say, if you become blind, if you lose one sense, other ones become stronger. Is that true?
I've kind of covered that one a lot. The quick answer is not no. I mean, they don't necessarily become better. Like if you were to measure my hearing isn't actually noticeably, measurably better, but I certainly pay more attention to my other senses, which I think is just natural. Your body starts to compensate by paying more attention. But do I have super hearing? No. Do I have super smell? No. So not. It's not a gift that you're given. Your senses don't enhance just because you lost
I
one.
feel like you have super hearing
Do you think so?
and super memory.
Well, I have super memory.
Yeah,
but
that
that's
is you have crazy memory.
But I feel like it's just something that I've been forced to develop over the years because I can't refer back to things. Like I think a lot of people look at notes, or I don't know. Maybe it's my work, the way that I just am forced to memorize scripts all day every day.
I mean, you could say that's kind of your superpower.
Yeah, just memorizing, and I mean, I can, and it drives It drives every girl I've ever been with crazy. Like I can recite an entire conversation that we had 2 weeks ago, and they'll be like, "That's not the way it happened." I'm like, "Yeah, it is." Because I remember it. So yeah, I guess I got a couple of super things, but those came as a result of work, not a gift, I don't think. And what was your third question?
So you voice Optimus Prime, right?
Yeah.
Could you say Autobots roll out?
I think someone asked me to do that last week, and I feel mildly disingenuous when people ask me to do that. Banana wanted me to be clear, like one time. She's like, people think that you did it in the movie, and I did not do it in the movie. I was hired for a series of commercials, but it was the actual Optimus Prime licensed by Hasbro. I had to be cleared by the Transformers people and the Hasbro people, and so it was a real deal thing. But we weren't doing, Autobots roll out. It was more like, I'm going to help you with your car insurance. Like it was it was honestly, it was a car commercial. But that's one of the messages. I'm not sure if it'll make the final cut, but someone was giving me his Optimus Prime impression on the Check Beats voicemail line, and he was telling me how badly I did at it and how his was much better. I was like, well, submit your audition tape. I don't know what to tell you.
Wow.
But that other question, the second one that he asked, I mean, you know what I mean about like, it's like my hearings. I don't know. You think my hearing is better, like objectively better than other people?
I think you have like kind of this weird version of sonar where you kind of like you can understand where surfaces are based on your hearing. Like whenever I'm trying to, like if we're walking to the beach together, right? And I'm trying to kind of guide you and give you an idea of where to step.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I try to make noise more so where I'm stepping and where I'm walking. If there's a wall, I'll kind of hit it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know. I feel like that helps you out.
It does. That definitely does. But I don't feel like, I mean, if you put me and you in a room and we listen to like tones, like boop, like I don't think I'd hear it better. But I guess I use my hearing. Maybe I use my hearing.
Yeah,
better.
I think maybe it's your spatial awareness from audio, which like most people don't have that,
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to. I keep thinking about like what a superpower vision is. Like right now, you can look in this room, and if I gave you like 3 seconds to like snapshot this room, I bet you could close your eyes and probably tippy toe your way past. I mean, there's a lot. I'm showing on the side view here. There's like a lot of stuff. But if you just took 3 seconds, snapshotted it, and you had that image in your mind of the lights and the camera and the monitor,
Yeah.
like I don't have any of that.
Right.
And it's like this massive like.
Yeah, I mean, it's a massive deficit that you have, obviously,
Yeah.
right? But
Yeah.
I do think that you have developed your other senses and your skills, like your memory, to compensate at least somewhat, right? Like it's not superhuman, like you can't hear, what someone is saying outside down the street.
Yeah.
I would say that you can probably guess, like, when you hear banana outside, you probably can be like, okay, well, she's probably this distance away.
Yeah,
And
she's either in the
yeah.
pool or on the deck or on the slope. Yeah, I guess I can spatially orient. The memory thing is also pretty interesting too. I never really thought about that. Like I feel like I have to memorize every place that I've been to if I want to go back again. It makes it a little easier. So I'm using a lot of memory skills in that way. So as a blind person, like all blind people, you have to memorize your house, memorize layouts, memorize voices and but then on top of that, my job is to memorize and repeat scripts all day. So I guess technically I'm doing memory practice like all day, every day.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, your brain is, I guess, super tuned to it. I also feel like from your text to speech in your ear, you probably are able to hear and intake information like quicker at like a more rapid rate than most people. As far as, the thing is speaking into your ear, your brain is hearing it and putting it back out extremely fast. I feel like that's probably a skill that most people don't have, right?
Yeah, Banana said that to me in the past. She's like, you process quicker than other people. And I never, but I guess I think anybody can get better at anything if you put work into it. And I guess I've just been working at doing that for an extraordinarily long time. It's my living. I have to. It wasn't like I didn't sit down one day and be like, it'll be fun to play memory games. But in order to function in this world and do what I want to do, I've had to be able to learn how to process in that way, I guess.
Yeah. So I mean, I just feel like your brain is honed in a specific way that most people probably can't get to normally, right? Like that would take them years and years and years, decades, like that you've had to kind of adapt to that. So I just feel like you could say it's a superpower, but
I'll go with that. I'll go with having
it's a
superpower.
compensation, but
It
I would
is.
say it's a superpower.
I still think being able to see would be a lot better.
Oh, obviously, yeah. I'm not saying like I would
Yeah,
trade it, but I'm
yeah.
saying you've adapted this extremely high level skill. You know.
I've had that fear. I've had that fear before. Like I realize how much of my memory I rely on. Just like walking through this house, finding my breakfast bar, setting up everything I need to go surfing, grabbing my bag, getting my way out the door, finding my way to the edge of the driveway, knowing the setup of your car, where the door handles are on the like everything
Yeah.
just to get me from the house to the car. I started thinking one day, I'm like, oh, if my memory starts to fade, I'm screwed.
Yeah. I mean, you rely on it for everything.
Everything, yeah.
So yeah, but seems like you are as sharp as ever.
Hopefully,
I
I'll
mean,
keep taking my Flintstone vitamins.
yeah. Dude, I even feel like I'm in my mid 30s, getting into late 30s. I feel like I can feel a slight mental decline.
Mm.
It might be just because of, the abuse that I've done to my body over the years, but
Maybe we're just all exhausted and getting overworked these days.
yeah, maybe that's it too. Maybe
about
that's
that.
it. Also, I think ChatGPT is making me stupider. So
I feel like everybody relying on ChatGPT for absolutely everything is making the world dumber.
yeah, I feel like it's just frying my brain at a very rapid pace.
I feel like that's
why
the master plan, though. Isn't that what they're trying? They're trying to dumb us down.
I think so. Yeah.
Whoever they are.
I'm at this point where I'm like I have to write my own emails, which is it's crazy to have to force yourself to do that because I'm so tempted to just even now Gmail has like an automated like AI powered like
I noticed that.
autoresponder,
Yeah, yeah.
and I'm like no, I have to at least do that because otherwise I am going to turn to mush.
Oh,
I'm
no.
already noticing. I'm like I have to write this email. I can't put together as powerful as an email as I used to be able to. So I've already noticed mental decline, and maybe it's from that. Probably is.
I mean, the idea of staring at a blank screen for visual people, I get it's always been intimidating when you were in college and you're like starting a paper or high school, and it's this blank screen. Now, if you can be like, get me started or do it for me.
Yeah.
But I haven't, I'm reasonably proud to, this wedding I'm going to be officiating soon. People are like, did you use ChatGPT? I'm like, absolutely not. Like, it doesn't know the
It's
people.
I mean, you're still writing books and stuff, man.
Yeah.
So I mean, you have a crazy creative mind that it's not going to be tempered by ChatGPT. I don't think.
I was wondering about that. I've got 4 novels out now, depending on what time of the show it is. They get promoted in the bottom right, probably by Brooks's knee, I guess. And I was wondering, like, how many people, like, a marketplace gets filled. Like, there's only so many people writing novels, and there's a lot of them. And I was
Yeah.
wondering if I'm going to be competing with more people now who have used like AI, ChatGPT, half written or fully written novels,
Totally.
which will
Yeah.
even more dilute the work, the marketplace.
Totally. That's going to happen.
That's disappointing.
Yeah. I mean, I've thought about doing that.
Just write your own novel through
Just be like,
ChatGPT.
yeah, just like, hey, write me a novel.
Write me a novel.
I'll just and do AI artwork and just throw it up on Amazon.
I've heard in the future it's going to be easy to be like, hey, ChatGPT or whatever the next thing will be, Nano Banana, like, make me a movie with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie hunting demons, and it'll like make a movie for you.
Yeah, I don't think. See, my thing is though, is I think people really dislike AI generated like video content, as far as like a storyline and like imitating real humans. That's kind of what I think.
Isn't there like a fully AI pop star right now?
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, there's some of it that's popular, but like you've heard the term AI slop, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people really have strong feelings about it, and sometimes, especially when like a company uses like a fully AI ad, like people hate that.
I can't stand that. When
Yeah.
I hear that, I feel like I'd say a good third of the stuff that I hear on Instagram and YouTube is one of those stupid AI voices.
Oh yeah,
Like
Oh,
people
yeah.
are just, and again, I would just rather hear someone like give it their best
Yeah.
than hear one of those things. Did something just fall on me, or did Skylar just come in? What is happening? Oh, that was
Oh,
weird.
something fell.
Yeah,
My theory is that we're gonna have a return to human. It's gonna be like a movement, right?
I'd be all
Where
for
people
it.
are gonna be supporting other human beings
Yeah.
over the robots or whatever you want to call them. I have a feeling that it's gonna happen. It's gonna be like a revolution.
I'd be all
Isn't
for
even
that. Oh,
music.
I've been thinking about this a lot recently, to be honest with you.
I think a lot of people in certain lines of work are,
Yeah.
voiceover business and entertainment, and then marketing, just a lot of people using it in a lot of weird ways.
Yeah.
I think I really want to get to the Check Pete's voicemail and give all those things an opportunity to be played. But I'll take one more live one before that, and then we'll go back to taking a much more live things. I feel like I just haven't seen you in so long. There's like so much to catch up on and talk about.
Yeah.
But,
I was in San Francisco. That was, man, it's always interesting going there.
And then
I'll say that.
Fortunately, you never have to go back.
I'm done, baby.
760-517-6844
Never again.
is the phone number. This is a live person on the line. Who's this?
Danny.
Oh, how did you get through? Good for you. Good for you, Danny.
What up, Danny?
Bet on Danny. We should do some sort of like poll, like bet on Danny.
Yeah,
getting
Polymarket.
through.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's going on, man? I thought you were like going to Fayetteville for your competition today.
I'm right now in Fayetteville.
Oh, well, all right. Look at me. Look
I'm
at me
calling from
remembering
outside
stuff.
of Raising Cane's.
Oh, I was talking to someone last night about Raising Cane's. What's your favorite thing there?
My first time ever being here, their chicken strips are good.
Chicken strips.
They are good, yeah. They got special sauce. That's
What's your favorite dipping sauce, Danny?
In general or from Raising Cane's?
In general, and then the Raising Cane's one.
I like buffalo sauce.
Oh. All right.
And Raising Cane's only has one sauce as far as I could see on their menu. It's
Oh,
the
is that
cane
true?
sauce, which is
the
good.
cane sauce, yeah. It's like a Thousand Island, as far as I understand.
I like that. My favorite is if I go to McDonald's, I get the sweet and sour. And if I remember,
Sweet and sour's good.
if I remember, I think the cover of it is green from my seeing days.
It's like a brownish color, but the green is like what the lid is.
Yeah, the
Like
lid. The lid was green and the inside was like caramelly. What else is going on? Have you done your competition yet or no?
No, my competition is actually on Friday, but we got to the hotel today because it was like we're about an hour and a half away from the Louisiana border of Arkansas and Louisiana.
Yeah.
We had to go up to 30 to 40 miles south of the Missouri border.
So that's quite the trip.
So complete other side of the state. So we left school halfway through the day, came up here, checked into the hotel, and then went to supper.
Oop, hang on one second there,
The
Danny.
drive was 5 hours.
At law underscore
you're gonna have to read those. The two came in at the same
at
time.
SarahCam7808 tipped
One second,
$5
Danny.
through super
We'll
chat.
listen to.
Please like, subscribe, and super chat. I do possible. Mr. Brooks.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. Appreciate that. It was
Miss
very.
everyone here.
Yeah, like, subscribe. I still got Danny on hold there, and then La
Mataya, something.
Yeah, what was that? What was that one that got cut off?
She says, hold on one sec. Hey, Sneaky Pete, what types of shenanigans should we get into today? I just had my visual field test done for 2026. My vision is crapping out. Meyer every year. You're my inspiration. For $10. So
Meyer every year. That's Spanish for worse every year.
Every year, yeah.
Mayor.
Well, thank you for the money.
Yeah, the visual field test. Once we let Danny finish up, I'll give you a little bit more on that. Danny, you back in Raising Cane's now?
Sounds like it.
Yeah, I had to walk in to go get my drink because we're about to be
You
leaving.
should tell people
But,
that
I
you're
had a
talking
question
to Blind Surfer right
Yeah.
now and Raising Cane's.
Yeah, like yell in the Raising Cane's. Watch the Blind Surfer live show.
I'm not doing. My teacher will smack me and call my parents.
All right.
That'd be
I
awesome.
got five out.
What was your
But I had
question?
a question for Brooks.
Yeah.
Sure, man.
Have you ever played Red Dead Redemption 2?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I played through most of it, probably like 75%. It's a great game.
Yeah, I just beat it recently and it's really good.
Nice.
Wait,
Yeah.
didn't I
It's a
do the
classic, man?
I think I did the trailer for that. That sounds super familiar. I'm pretty sure I
It's a
did.
Rockstar. They the same brand that did GTA.
Yeah, I do a lot of stuff for Rockstar. I wasn't in that one, but I feel like I did one of their trailers.
It's a great game. One of the most classic games of all time, actually.
I can't believe we couldn't get him to yell "Watch the Blind Surfer Show" live. That'd have been great.
It would have been funny if it's just been like, "I'm talking to the Blind Surfer," just to see how many people would have been like, "What?" Or "Awesome."
He said his teacher would smack the crap out of him. All right,
That would've been
old
good
school
audio.
teaching. I love that.
Yeah.
The old way of handling
That's the
things.
South, man. They still beat the kids there.
I don't know if I've supported that. When you put it like that, I'm not sure if I put it that way.
Right.
But going back to the field test, I remember they were doing that for me, and it's. I mean, you want to provide data points to science, but it was like so depressing. Like I was an 8-year-old kid, and we did this like visual field test. It's like how wide you can see, and I was having like dead spots in the middle, obviously, and the dead spots were getting like bigger and bigger. And they used to like show me the charts. They're like, when you were 8, your dead spot was only this big. Now that you're 13, it's this big. Now that you're 18, it's this big.
You're like, cool, dude. I know.
Well,
Thanks.
yeah, one, I was like, I know, and two, I was like, I don't really want to see it like written ground, because then I knew at a certain point they'd be like, now it's well, you can't see it anymore. We can't even show it to you. Like, it was just kind of like depressing.
Yeah, it's kind of cruel.
And I guess for them, it was important for them to track the progress or the degradation. But being the guinea pig, the one they were getting the information from, like, I'm like, this kind of blows. I think we should do the check Pete's voicemail. You down to go through them all with me?
Let's do it.
All right.
Now it's time to check Pete's voicemail on the Blind Surfer Show.
What is that? I don't even know what that one is.
They get crazier every time.
What is that one?
It's a dolphin with sunglasses on, and he picks up an old phone. He's underwater, and he puts it on a desk that's like covered in coral.
All right, that sounds cool.
It's pretty sweet.
He's answering the phone. He's checking my voicemail for me.
Wow, man, that one is crazy.
So when you guys call, it's apparently a dolphin that goes through the voicemail messages. So it was a good dolphin. Or someone that just got touched inappropriately.
Or a SpongeBob.
Yeah. So when the show is on, you dial the number, you get through, maybe, sometimes when we answer. And when I'm not on, which is most days of the week, if you think of something at 2 in the morning or in the middle of the day, you got something to say, dial 760-517-6844, and you can leave a message, and then we'll play them for you on the show. You ready, Brooks?
Yes.
Hey, Pete, I'm a big fan, and I just want to be on the live show and say I love your videos, and I have one question.
Okay.
What is the worst thing about being blind? Thank you.
The worst thing about being blind is being blind. Like, everything about it is horrible. Someone actually asked me yesterday, like, what's the best thing about being blind? And I'm like, what do you possibly think is the best thing about being blind? Like, there's no upside to it, unless you're a person that's really into touching faces, and then you have the excuse to touch faces. But I'm not
parking spot.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
I feel like that one makes me some friends, but I'm not a face toucher, and you can't be like extra creepy about it. Be like, I want to know what every part of you feels like. Like, no, it makes everything about it. I feel like I don't know that means the lines are entirely full, and someone just left a voicemail. So the lines are completely backed up right now.
I know who that was.
Okay. And it actually just got the notification on my phone who it was. The hardest thing about it is how insanely hard it makes your entire life, honestly.
Yeah.
Next one.
I want to ask, how often do you just not recognize a person's voice until mid-conversation they say something that only that specific person would know? And then you finally know who it is.
This happens to me in no matter what neighborhood I live in. You know, no one's like, I'm not super friendly with my neighbors. You talk to them like every now and then. Mm-hmm. So I get their voice like intermittently every once in a while. And I feel like I've never had a neighbor that can remember that I can't see. So like I'm outside grabbing like a trash barrel, and somebody like, hey, Pete, like, what'd you think of the parade this weekend? I'm like, I don't know. Say who you are. I don't know who you are. Recently, one of my neighbors came over and had a conversation with me about Steve. I'm like, okay, so this person knows me. They know my dog. I'm not recognizing the voice at all. What I literally did is I went in and I told Banana I had a conversation with someone, and she called up the video footage from our security out front, and she told me which neighbor it was. I was like, all right, well, that's pretty handy. But I've had full conversations with people that definitely knew who I was, and I'm like, nope, no idea. Wow. I don't know who I was talking to.
I feel like that happens to you in the water sometimes, right?
Oh, in the water all the time, because everybody's just every yelling voice basically sounds about the same. And then it's double confusing, because people be like, hey, Pete, because they know me. And then people be like, hey, Pete, because they've seen my videos.
Right.
And I'm like, I can't narrow it down.
Is that?
I don't know if I know you or not. But
is it? I mean, here's a question from me real quick between the voicemails. Is it odd keeping a Rolodex of like everyone that you've met without the visual of them? Because like I feel like a normal person, not normal, a seeing eye person has kind of a visual with a person that they know, right?
Yeah.
I've always wondered that.
Well, it's kind of funny. So most of the people I'd met in my life, for most of my life, I had some visual, at least a little bit. But as I've been meeting people like the past 5 to 7 years where I have no visual reference whatsoever, oddly, I construct a visual of them.
Oh, interesting.
In my head, like I feel like in my head, I'm like, I don't just because I've been a visual person for most of my life.
Right.
I don't just
So you do have a visual in your head for each person.
Yeah,
Really
I
interesting.
didn't even think of that till you just said that. Like,
Wow.
there's a couple people playing in the pool with Banana right now, and I literally have no clue what either of them look like, but I've heard the physical description of the female.
Yeah.
The guy that's out there, I've never heard anything about, but I have a picture of him in my head.
Interesting.
I wonder how.
Do you think that comes from like their voice or what you know about them? I mean,
I think because I know I've had his wife described to me. I kind of picture like who would be with that woman.
Interesting.
And then his voice, like I feel like I might deceive myself. Like if I heard my own voice, I'd be like, that guy must be huge. Like you just
he's 7 foot
yeah,
tall.
Like, hi, good to meet you. You're
Right.
like, all right, that's a monster. That's a giant dude over there. So I kind of take I take like who they're with, if I know them, what they do for a living, kind of how they sound. And God, I should do that someday. Like put people side by side and do like how I think you look and how you actually
You should
look.
have AI generate little cartoons of the way you think all of the people in your life look.
That would probably be better than me trying to like.
That'd be pretty funny.
If I drew it, it'd just be the hangman every
I
time.
think that'd be pretty funny.
Everybody's
actually.
a stick figure.
Coffee beans can fit in your average size microwave. Also, you're not blind. You are not blind. You are not blind.
You know, I don't think he was accusing me of not being blind. I think if you say it 3 times,
Oh yeah, you just appear in his mirror.
or he cures my blindness.
Okay.
If I say I'm not blind, I'm not blind, I'm not blind. No, I'm still blind. I was hoping that one would work. Or appear as Biggie Smalls, Biggie Smalls, Biggie Smalls.
Why was he talking about coffee at the beginning?
I don't know. He started by saying the coffee beans fit in your microwave. Is that what he said? Hold on, let me listen to that.
Coffee beans can fit in your average size microwave.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
You're not blind.
Okay, yeah, I need some.
I have really a lot of trouble with these young. Is that? You think I was a boy or a girl? I
Sounded like a 10-year-old boy to me.
Yeah, I can't tell. It's like that's how I was when I was that age. But people would call me ma'am on the phone.
Oh, I hated that.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to call and people were like, it's either a girl or Peter on the phone. I was like, oh, you don't have to rub it in.
It's very annoying.
So I'm getting called out by some prepubescent kid. He's telling me I'm not blind. Thanks.
So I had a legitimate question. So like if you're like a man and you sleep with a femboy.
What?
Since like being a femboy isn't being trans, they're still technically men.
Right.
Is that gay? Or is it because like if you're admiring the feminine parts of them, does that cancel out the gayness?
What a question.
Is this a real question?
Or is it like you slept with a man so you're gay?
I mean, I feel
Let
like
me know.
that's the definition, right? If you, I mean, I don't.
This is a touchy subject in 2026.
Yeah, I don't know if you need to put labels on it, but I feel like, I'll tell you this. I was in the gym a few years ago. This is back in Boston. And there were these 2 guys with Austrian accents. They were basically like little mini Arnold Schwarzeneggers, and they were loud. These are the guys who are like, push it again, do 2 more reps, you can do it.
Yeah.
And like everything they said was super loud. In the middle of the day, I used to go there on my lunch break, and one guy's like, I was with a woman last night. You hear everything these guys are saying from the other side of the gym. And he's like, and she used a toy on me.
Oh, gosh.
And the other guy goes, what kind of toy? And he goes and explains what kind of toy. And the guy goes, I feel like that's kind of gay. And the other guy goes, no, it can't be gay because she was a woman.
Yeah.
And they had a very loud argument about it for the entire duration of my workout.
They just had no shame, huh?
No, or just no volume control. But
I think these are very well back then. I mean, that was definitely there was no question about it. But in 2026, guys are asking these questions, man. I mean, I have my take on it.
I don't know if it's
I know what I think, but
yeah, I don't know if it's important these days or if it's correct. I don't think you're supposed to label things. But also, what
Sarah's saying what we're all thinking. But,
okay,
yeah,
all right. So I mean, I feel like that person knows the answer.
yeah, that was pretty funny though.
Okay, doesn't it?
That was pretty funny.
If you're a guy having sex with a femboy, is it not gay because you're appreciating the feminine parts of that guy?
I mean, it just depends on what you call gay, right?
Yeah.
The word gay means a lot of things now. So
yes, it does.
Or nothing at all. I don't know which one.
So I just had a question.
Okay.
How does it feel if a blind person gets pepper sprayed? Like, does it hurt? Do you like not feel anything?
What the hell?
Oh man, that's a dumb one.
This is like the people asking if when I get salt water in my eyes, does it hurt? Like here, like I do plenty of videos without my glasses on, so people are probably seeing the fact that I got eyeballs and they move. So if my eyeballs can move, Brooks, that means they're alive.
Yeah.
Like they don't work.
Also, pepper spray hits you in the mouth too.
At Baduza tip $20 through
Whoa.
Super Chat. Just inspiring Ty.
Thank you.
Wow, thank
Yeah,
you.
thank
Just
you,
drop a
bud.
20 to say inspiring. Thank you.
Ofo. Yeah.
Appreciate
good one,
that.
dude.
It's very nice. But if my eyes, if you can tell that my eyes move and they're connected and like, that means they're part of my body. And if I don't know what they think. Like, because I'm blind, do you think someone could like poke me in the eye and I wouldn't notice? Like, of course it would hurt.
Right.
So yes, I absolutely, if you pepper sprayed me, I mean, that'd be kind of a superpower. Like, pepper spray me all you want. I'll keep coming. But that is not the way it works. I can feel salt water in my eye. I can feel pepper spray. If you poke me, if you prick me, do I not bleed? Yes, I'm a human being.
Shakespeare.
Yeah, look at that. Next one.
Hey, I don't know if you already did this question, but I was wondering about the blind guy unboxing. I love it. I think it's cool. I was just wondering, how do you find your knife? Do you have an assistant or what? Have a good day.
How do I find the knife?
Live strong.
What do you say? Let's
live strong.
Oh, live strong. They said let's drunk. How do I find the knife? I mean, you know this, Brooks. Like, I don't go anywhere without the knife.
Yeah, you're always,
Like,
he's
it's-
always holding that thing.
I've always,
when we go surfing, he's
Yeah.
got it on him.
I mean, we get some problems out there in the water. Shark coming by.
Right.
I got the knife.
He's got it on his wetsuit at all times.
Trying to order dinner. I want to order before the table next to us. I got the knife.
Yeah.
I mean, why would I not know where it is at all times?
You're allowed to do that because you're blind, so you're allowed to always have a knife on you.
As a blind guy, I can carry a blind guy stick
And a big old knife.
big old letter opener.
Yeah.
And if it's not on me, it's in the I mean, that's the thing with being blind. You generally try and put things in similar locations so that you can find them again.
Right.
Do I have an assistant? Can you imagine if I had enough money to hire an assistant to just follow me around and help me find stuff that I put down? I feel like
that'd be nice for you.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'd need to hire like 1,000 assistants for all the things that I have to do throughout the day. But
Well, that's what I said for a minute about your like audio and video editing, and you were just like, dude, there's no way like they could use my system and keep up, you know?
yeah, I mean, it's just little compensations here and there. But yeah, I suppose if someone was to come in and rearrange all my stuff and move it everywhere, that'd be a bit of a problem.
Yeah.
Did Banana just come in, or what was that?
She's washing off, and then she'll be in here soon.
We got another Check Pete's voicemail.
So, because you're blind, do you not watch movies? Specifically because of things like the MCU.
Oh.
And I feel bad that you can't watch them.
Oh.
So what do you do for things like entertainment?
Man, you really found some gems.
Yeah, what do I do for entertainment? Well, first of all, I don't. Oh, he's still there. He's going. Yeah. I don't watch movies because I can't see them. That's a good call. You figured that much out. There is audio description, which will tell me exactly what's going on in the film, which is fun. But he goes, what do you do for entertainment? Like the only entertainment could possibly be watching movies or maybe scrolling my phone. Like I feel like people miss out on the fact, because a lot of people, they're like, what do you do for fun? I'm like, the channel's called Blind Surfer.
Yeah.
So for fun, I go outside and I surf. Like
Well, you work out too, and you do all types of other things.
I work out, I go hike with Banana, I skateboard. I mean, I'm just as busy now, if not more, than when I used to be able to see a little bit. So, losing movies is not the biggest problem I had. There's plenty of other ways to keep myself entertained.
Well, also, like, who has time for entertainment these days?
That's true.
Let's be honest, right?
Sit down and do a whole movie, like, it's a lot of time out of your day.
I got like an hour for entertainment a day, and that's just me playing a video game. It's not that special.
Is this this might be the next one, it might be a repeat. Oh, nope, this is a new
I'm
one.
sorry, I left the other voicemail earlier. I kind of like asked her like a question, but like it's it's so ass. It's such a bad question. So like I was wondering if I could redo my question, and you know, 'cause like
Have
I
some
don't wanna be
confidence in
embarrassed
your
a little bit.
questions,
I don't know if it's
dude.
gonna go on the air. That'd be a little bit weird. But like I just wanted to know. I kind of forgot what I was gonna say.
It's killing it.
Oh, that's my fault.
Yeah, it's not my fault.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
How do I stop a voicemail? Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Hey Siri.
Try to talk to Siri while he's on the phone. I don't think that's a thing, man.
That was a good one.
Be prepared when you dial 760-517-6844. You know, have something to say.
Do you like men?
What?
Do you like men?
Why am I getting trolled by like 8-year-olds?
That was like an 8-year-old
little kid.
What the
Do you like men? Do you like men?
Oh,
what is that all about? All right. For the one kid, there was this one kid that called. I don't even know if I should bring attention to this, but I want to point out the fact that there is caller ID on these things. And one kid called and dropped the N-word for about 9 minutes straight over the course of 3 emails. He just said that again and again and again and again. And the caller ID was a woman's name. And a part of me, little part of me, I'm like, I'm going to call your mom. I'm going to play this back for your mom. Like,
Wow.
I thought about it. I didn't do it, but
the idea of you like sitting there and just like pulling that up and then just having to listen.
Well, also you get the
Kind of
transcript too. So the robot lady's just like N-word, 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 N-word. I'm like, oh my God. And then like another one, N-word, N-word. I'm like, this.
Wow.
I did block that kid, so he can't call anymore. But
yeah.
I don't think it's my role in life to be calling kids moms. But like, yeah, there's caller ID on these, so you might want to. Before we play the last one, I'll bring the. I'm not sure if you have this handy, but I do, Brooks. Let me. It is a. Where's photo and video viewer? So this is a. If I have the right thing up, is that the interaction I had?
Oh yeah, I can also pull it up on my computer.
Wherever you think you can read
I
it from.
can read it.
This is like a lesson.
When you sent me this, I was like, "Wow, you were worked up on this."
Yeah,
one. And I understand why. But
I get so throughout the day, I interact with the comments. Like I get a couple minutes between sessions, and sometimes I'm coming out of like a big high energy session. Sometimes I'm just kind of, I don't know. Sometimes I probably shouldn't respond, but every once in a while, someone will send me a message, and it just like instantly riles me up. Oop. Let's see what this is.
At Made Jab Brown 3983 tip $9.99 through Super Chat. Hi Brooks and Pete. Pete, I love how the voice you use to narrate Banana's side of stories is the same voice you use for Annie and Skill Conspiracy.
What a call out.
That is a call out. Well,
Wow, dude.
Annie is based off of Banana, so that does make a lot of sense. I never even thought about that.
Wow, that's a great comment.
That wasn't like an intentional voice I used. But yeah, like sometimes I don't know. Sometimes people I get frustrated with the ignorance of people, and I might need to add a filter in the comment section. So read the comment that the person asked.
All right, they say it's Darth B. It says, "I have got a question. Do you find it's easier to lose track of time since you went blind, since you can't read a clock? And are you better at keeping track of time without a clock, in parentheses, when you feel like it's been 1 hour, it's actually been 1 hour, since you can't see clocks?"
Okay. So, you know, I'm like in my studio. It's like 2 minutes to my next session. I'm like, I'm going to have a quick interaction with someone. Someone's going to say nice video or ask me a reasonable question. Thank you for the follow. Or like they want to get informed about something. And this person's like, do you have any concept of time because you can't read a clock? So what does my kind self say back?
You said, "What kind of insane and uninformed planet do you live in where you think blind people can't figure out what time it is because we can't visually see a clock? I can't even begin to enumerate the million ways I would be able to know what time it is at any given moment, the first and most obvious of which is the watch I wear on my left wrist, which quite obviously and clearly has text-to-speech on it. Seriously, dude. What planet do you live on, and what time frame do you live in?" Savage.
All right. I'm kind of mean, I guess.
That was so savage.
But they wanted like, do they think I just walk around all day? Like, is it 2 in the morning or 4 in the afternoon? Like, I have a job, I have a life, I have responsibilities. I need to know what time of day it is.
I think it's just funny because they seemed to seriously, like, they weren't messing with you.
No, they really.
It was like a real question.
Yeah, really,
You
really,
just
really.
eviscerated.
Well, because, I mean, so to me, like the time is, let's see, turn on my text to speech. 6:40 p.m. 6:40 p.m. It's that simple.
Yeah.
And then there's also Braille watches, there's gimmick magnetic watches. My computer can tell me what time it is. I can say, hey Siri, what time is it? I can say Alexa, I can say, hey Google, what time? There's a million ways I can figure out what time it is. I'm not gonna get lost in the middle of my day. I don't know why that one struck me. Sometimes I just feel like people are like poking me in the face. And I'm like, Grr! I don't. So the last Check Pete's voicemail was, I apparently responded to someone in that way over a year ago.
Yeah.
And it might have stuck with them. If you want to listen.
I can imagine, yeah.
If you want to listen to this one.
You probably don't remember me, but a while back I was in your comments section.
I know.
And I basically was an idiot. I asked you how you felt candy in a bag. All I remember is that after posting, I looked back at it like a day later and I was like, it really sounds like I'm accusing this guy of not being blind.
Yeah.
And then you commented,
Oh, yeah.
and it was like the worst fear in my stomach because, oh my God. You, oh my God.
Probably shredded him.
Because it sounded like I accused you of not being blind.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry about that.
I
And then we had a mini conversation.
Yeah.
And I think about that every once in a while, and I'm like, man, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, you're very inspiring.
Thank you.
I didn't even know you surfed. Anyway, bye.
That's hilarious, dude.
So I gotta think, I forget about it. Like, to me, I'm just another guy on the internet. Like, I'm just some dude. Like, I posted a video, someone's like, hey, you're not blind. I'm like, go screw yourself.
Yeah.
And then I forget that I'm a guy with 2.5 million subscribers with a whole bunch of people that have my back. And so when I go out there and eviscerate someone because I was mildly annoyed throughout the course of the day and I had an annoying question, like, that can have an impact on people.
Oh yeah, especially if they're like look up to you and stuff, and they're like, my hero hates me.
So, lesson to me, I've got to be better.
It should be a life lesson to people. Think before you comment, dude.
Well, that's kind of what I wish would happen. Like, before people be like, does it hurt when you get pepper spray in your eye? Or like, like he was commenting, I kind of remember this. There was a bag and I was holding it and I was like, it feels like there's a roll of Smarties in this bag. 'Cause like, I can feel it.
Yeah.
I've had Smarties before. There was other candy and that felt like a roll of Smarties. And he's like, how do you know what candy it is if you're blind? I'm like, I felt it. So I think the thing that sets me off is when people don't use their own brain. Like, I'm happy to answer questions. Like, we had a very good question earlier on from a kid that like made me think. And I'm like, all right, now I'm going to try and explain this to you. But if the question is like, why are you wearing a watch? I'm like, because it talks out loud. Like, you could probably figure that out.
Yeah.
I feel like when people don't use their own brain, that drives me nuts. But I have to remember, it's like, at a certain point, when you're a 2.5 million subscriber guy yelling at someone with 5 subscribers, I have to remember in my brain, it's like a high school senior yelling at a second grader.
Well, yeah, that's, it's even crazier than that. It's like a 2.5 million subscriber YouTuber yelling at a second grader. But
actually, yeah.
I think what's interesting about your comment section is that most people your size like don't respond to people.
Yeah.
And if they do, it's like they'll just give it a like or something. They won't respond to negative comments, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes they will. But you actually do respond to a lot. You used to respond to like everything, I feel like. Not on shorts, but like on your longs back in the day.
Yeah, well, I feel like I didn't realize how, I don't want to say uninformed or uneducated, but like how little people knew about blindness.
Yeah.
And so I felt like for a long time, people would...
educating people.
Yeah, and I felt like, they'd give me ideas to like, I don't expect everybody to know what audio description in movies is. So I'm happy to explain that to you. And like people, how do you orient yourself when you're out there surfing in the ocean? Kind of what you and I were talking about earlier. Like, I can tell the difference between the sound coming from the shore versus the sound coming to the almost infinite end of the ocean behind me. Like, I'm happy to explain that to people, but when they're like, you know, they ask a question like, how do you cut your toenails? Do you have an assistant do that? I'm like, you effing kidding me? You think I hire someone to cut my toenails for me?
Right.
Like, you could do it through feel. Like, just think about it for half a second.
It's true.
But I should. The fact that kid left a message and he's like, for a year and a half, I wake up in the morning
every day and you traumatized him.
Realized that I was dumb to you, and then you yelled at me twice.
He could have just responded with another comment, like apologizing. He could have made do.
I guess.
Made good
the
on
fact that he said we went back and forth, I feel like I probably kept going at him.
Yeah.
When people don't want to, I got to be nicer.
Yeah.
I think the long and the short is I just got to be nicer.
You know.
Or just have more patience.
I just think it's funny that like comes into your head like audibly, and then you're just responding to it audibly too. Like, that's what's kind of humorous about it.
Well, that
you had to say that.
I do want, because I also don't know what people's profiles pictures look like.
Right.
I feel like if I could tell, it was like some 7-year-old like asking the question, but I assume. The voice to me, it's just the same voice. It's just the robot voice.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there in my booth, and I just did a session for ESPN, right? And now I'm getting ready to read something for like Ford, and I've got like 2 or 3 minutes. I'm like, I'm gonna go into the comments section, and someone's like, "You're not blind," and I'm like ramped up to do this Ford commercial.
Yeah.
And someone's like, "You're not blind." I'm like, "Go screw yourself."
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like you kind of experience comments unlike any other YouTuber. I mean, they're in your ear. You know, you can't just scan through a page of them and be like, oh, that's negative, that's negative. Oh, okay, there's a positive one. You're just like consuming every one of them individually, which is kind of different.
And I only hear, one at a time, maybe a couple in between sessions. Yeah, and it's the robot voice. It's not, I guess if I was reading it, I'd be like, you're not blind. And I see the little kid's picture, I'd be like, dumb kid. But I hear, you're not blind. And I'm like, "Brr."
Do you get to hear their screen name when you click on it?
The screen name is a lot of times, like we have a fan or viewer, the Everything Goose.
Yeah. Oh,
and it just says Thievery Thingus.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, like sometimes I have in a couple occasions, it's like, like Mama Bear 104. And I realize it's like some mom.
Right.
And for me, it's like my Mama Bear. And I'm like, I don't know what that is. Just some dumb person asking a dumb question. And they're like, I'm just a mom just trying to like ask some nice questions. I'm like, oh man, I'm sorry. But yeah, it's I don't know. I think it also makes it mildly interesting for some of my viewers. They like watching me lose it in the comment section from time to time.
I think it's funny.
One of these days, I'd like someone to call up and try and confront me with that stuff. But hey, maybe that's what they can do when the phone number goes to voicemail. You can call up and call me out like that one kid. You're not blind. You're not blind. All right, we have 1 million people in the call queue. Banana said she's going to be in here in a little bit. Right now, it's me and Brooks talking to you guys, 760-517-6844. We're getting back to the live phone calls. Hey, who's this? Hello. Would you like to say hello? No, they don't.
You're about to get blown up.
Oh,
hello.
Oh, they were about to say something.
You're on the line.
Yeah, you're making noises. I mean, yeah, I'm sorry. That's too bad because that person waited for like a very long time. 760-517-6844. It's tough when you know they're there because in about 10 seconds from now they're gonna be like, damn it, that was me. Let's see if we got someone on this time. Hey, who's this?
It's LT.
LT, what's going on, man? How you doing? Oh, I asked Banana last night, and she said that she loves Dylan and the Dead.
Oh, I feel so bad for you.
I know. What do you think of Dylan and the Dead, Brooks?
I don't even know what that is.
Is Bob? You can explain it.
Oh, Bob Dylan and the Grateful Dead together.
Yeah.
I don't like Bob Dylan. So.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I was talking about it in the beginning. I like his beginning stuff. I don't like anything after Even Electric.
Really?
I had that same dumb question about time. Like, because when it's late at night and I can't sleep,
hold up,
I have a hard time feeling time. So it's like you can't look at a clock at night. So it's like, how do you feel like time changes when you're like closing your eyes?
I mean that's true.
Was my question too.
But I can figure out what time it is whenever I want to. Like I sleep with a text to speech phone next to me. I mean I understand what you're saying. Like the passage of time.
I didn't want to ask that question because I thought it was stupid myself, but like that was one I was actually curious about, but I was too embarrassed to ask.
Well, no problem. We're getting mildly distracted because Banana is what just happened there.
What does LT stand for?
It's my middle name and my last name.
Oh, cool.
My name is Lee.
Okay.
Is Banana coming in? What's going on?
Yep, she is here.
All right, what's up, Banana?
Hello.
I got your microphone in the middle there.
Stood for a lieutenant.
That's what the text to speech read it as last night. It said Lieutenant Iron Fox. You smell Banana smells nice.
Yeah.
So LT Banana just sat down. You can tell her how much you also dislike Dylan and the Dead.
Yeah, I can't stand Dylan and the Dead. I love Bob Dylan, especially the early days. He has some of my favorite songs. Like I love the Ballad of Alice Brown, and I love Boots of Spanish Leather. But after he went electric, I just could not do Bob Dylan. And I like the Grateful Dead, but whenever Grateful Dead did the Dylan and the Dead, I just couldn't do it.
Okay, so let's back up for 2 seconds. So you do like the Grateful Dead?
Yeah, I like the Grateful Dead and I like Bob Dylan, but then
you don't like
I've never seen the Dylan and the Dead album, but I found it at a flea market for $2.
All right.
I could do it.
Look up this song. It's called "Slow Train Coming." It's a Dylan and the Dead song.
Yeah, that was on the album cover.
You didn't like it?
No, I couldn't do it.
Oh my god! I don't know if we can be friends.
I feel like Brooks is.
I'm just kidding. I'm married to Pete, and he doesn't like.
Yeah.
He doesn't like Dylan. Period.
I just can't take the guy doing this in every single song.
Listen, I think you might need to scoot your.
I have no room.
You got some room. I feel like Banana and I keep getting closer and closer. But there has to be some bum room in here. Banana, I've got some of your fantastic film work on tap as we do a.
No, it's time to catch a wave with Pete.
That was insane.
Giant dolphins.
That's actually me out there surfing, right? So this is. Let me get ready for it. Banana, do you have both? You need both your earbuds for this.
You
one.
know how I am.
I know.
So stoked for Banana.
So
that's nice.
So this is
They can't even smell me.
Let me set the stage real quick for this one.
Sure.
I'm out there killing it, having a great day in the water.
Mm-hmm.
James Rath is on the beach, and his entire film crew is. I don't know what they're doing, but you're talking.
Trying to get me to sign stuff.
Yeah, you're talking. Yeah, they're trying to get you to sign some waivers, and you're like, go to hell.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're trying to talk to them. Let me put this up for everybody.
He's already got like 5 killer waves. Oh, nice. Yeah. Nice. Did you see him catch that one? The answer's no.
Wow. Who are you talking to?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
That was awesome. She says one of his filmers, James Rath's filmers, came over and asked how I was doing, and you tried to tell him great. No, he didn't care. He just walked away. He's like,
oh, so I'm saying did you catch that one?
Yeah. You're like, did you see that one? That was a great one. I've got one more. This is a close up. This is the GoPro, and I mentioned it at the beginning of the show. This was you and I got separated, Brooks, and I just felt a wave coming as I do, and I just knew it was going to be huge. And I'm like, I got to land this thing, or it's going to be a problem. So yeah, I don't think you're anywhere in the shot because I'm pretty sure I'm alone.
I remember this.
You were a ways away.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was paddling out during that. I remember that.
It was crashing behind you.
Oh yeah.
I remember that.
Look at them. Look at those closeouts.
What time of year this was?
I think I just said there's some effing big ones out here today. That was a crazy day. I remember one, I was next to you, Brooks. I took off, and when we reconnected again, you were like 300 yards away from me in like 2 seconds. And then that one.
Where were we? The Liquid
we were
Army Navy.
I think
we were at Tamarack.
Yeah, Tamarack.
Hemlock. Yep.
Did you have to duck under me on that wave, or were you?
I think I was like paddling out, kind of slightly to your south, and I was like duck diving as you were taking off.
I was very excited. I mean, the waves were. That's the catch-22 of a day like that. The waves are so big that I know where they are. Even I know where they are.
Yeah.
But also it's kind of scary because the waves are so damn big.
I wonder what my commentary was like if I was filming. You know what I mean?
That one?
Yeah, because that was from the perspective.
That was
of
you.
GoPro.
I caught that wave, and I can tell you exactly what you said because I remember everything. I caught the wave, and you said, "Oh yeah, that's the one right there. That was a sweet left. Pete's gonna be happy."
Cool. It sounds like I'm very supportive.
You were very supportive that day. And then another one that we played at the very beginning of the show when I came down, you said, Pete coming down the falls like it's no big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was having a good day that day.
You were once you mastered the falls, like I was like, you're the only one doing it. But you know,
because other people,
if you've got it, you're not getting annihilated.
yeah, 'cause other people don't want to be dropping down a wave like that.
kidding.
They want to be riding it like a normal person.
Yeah.
But you're here, Banana. So
Now we open up the phone lines for your chance to talk to Banana.
yeah, we've been Brooks and I've been doing a lot of talking on our own, and we went through some of the voicemail messages and stuff. But we'll get back to some more regular calls because everybody likes to talk to Banana.
Thanks.
760-517-6844. You're on with Brooks, Banana, and Pete. Who's this?
Can you hear me okay?
I can indeed. Who is this?
Yeah.
Is this Sarah?
Oh, sorry.
This is Sarah.
Hey, good evening. How are y'all?
It is. What's going on?
Sarah.
Hey, good evening. I
Good
almost never get to talk to you when it's Brooks and Banana there. How are y'all?
Good.
How's it going?
Do you and Danny have like the trick now, like kind of the code to getting through?
No, I don't know what
Okay.
Danny does.
It's just
Yeah,
Danny.
Danny claims he does.
He called us
It's
from a
just
Raising
pure
Cane's
luck.
tonight. His whole class is on a field trip. He should be hanging with his classmates, and he's outside on the sidewalk calling us.
But I really wanted to tell this story with Brooks, Banana, and Pete. It's a really, really crazy, wild hospital story.
Okay.
So hang on. I'll make it as PG as I possibly can.
Okay.
So I may leave out some details. So what made me remember this was when you talked about, as a blind person, if you wanted to cheat, it's next to impossible because all your messages and stuff get played out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I was like, if only you knew the ways the world exposes cheaters. So I have a story about how the hospital notification system exposed this dude for cheating.
Oh, all right.
In front of the whole hospital.
It's got a setup and everything. I like this. Go ahead.
Yeah. So there was a guy that came into the ER with another guy. And he was in the ER from a mishap from an adult activity. I won't say what.
Yeah.
But something is stuck in a cavity. They couldn't get it out.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, that was obvious.
This
Go ahead.
actually happens. I hear these jokes and I figure it's not real.
No, I've heard stories.
No, it's totally
Okay.
real.
All right,
so they couldn't get it out at home, came to the ER. Right.
Imagine that conversation
At a
at home. Like,
dude,
I have to go to the
I
ER.
feel like this happens. Like I've heard a lot of these stories.
Happens a lot, yeah.
I mean, when you can't get it out, you can't
Yeah,
get it
like
out.
what are you gonna do? Like
Push harder. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So they're in the hospital. Two dudes. Some
so
stuck.
they're in the ER, and so they tell him they can take it out, but they have to sedate him to get it taken out. So they have to take him to the OR. And in the hospital, if you have to have surgery or procedure on an emergent basis, they have to let your next of kin know, or you know,
or your emergency contact.
your emergency contact.
Yes.
Exactly. And so, who do you think his emergency contact?
His wife.
Is? Ding, ding, ding. Very good, Benita. It's his wife.
Oh, no.
So they call his wife and let her know your husband is in the ER. He's going back to have a procedure. If you could be present, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, no.
And so she's under the idea that her husband is out of town.
Oh,
That's what he
no.
told her. And so she shows up in the ER with their two teenage kids. She doesn't know what's going on.
Brutal.
She just knows that he was supposed to be out of town. Apparently, he's in town and he's in the ER.
And she doesn't
know the severity.
Yeah, she also doesn't know not to bring the teenage kids. 'Cause
Right.
This is about to be like.
She doesn't know not to bring
Yeah.
the teenage kids. She doesn't know the nature of
Okay.
it. So she goes to his hospital room and sees the guy that he came in with.
Oh.
And her intuition must have been like, she must have figured something was going on. And so she blows up. Like, stuff is getting thrown, people are getting cursed out. It is super dramatic.
I
And
bet.
security was kind of alerted by the unit secretary, like, hey, when this
One
guy
second, sir.
Lieutenant
shows up, it might
Iron
be
Fox
dramatic.
took $5 through Super Chat.
There's no message.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, LT Iron
An
Fox just
interesting
dropped us
part of
$5.
this, just my
Thanks, LT. Appreciate it. Say thank you.
Thank you, LT.
Yeah, that was very
my
nice.
comment really quick is that like seeing another man in the hospital room unless she was already suspicious. Like
Yeah,
it
yeah,
might
she was
have.
already suspicious.
You know?
Yeah.
But it blew up. Like everybody was hearing their dirty laundry because they were like cussing each other out. Stuff was coming out, and so security is like kicks him out into the lobby.
Oh,
The
God.
fight spills over into the lobby,
What?
and everyone, like staff, ER visitors, everyone is hearing like the nasty business of like what's going on
Oh,
in this
man.
like whole trifecta. They get kicked out, like out all the way into the parking lot. And there was this old lady that like left the ER and followed them all the way out because she didn't want to miss anything. And she was that nosy. And she went all the way out.
Oh, that's
It's
great.
awful.
That's great.
But like the two kids got into it because like the two kids, they're like, you're not going to talk to my mom like that. And it's like
Oh.
a 3-on-1 and everyone is fighting.
Oh,
And
man.
the guy comes back into the hospital room.
Limping.
My friend was his nurse. And he's like, just so you know, your wife is here. And she's pretty pissed off.
Yeah.
Your
you might
marriage
just
is
wanna
over.
prepare
Yeah.
So
Man,
when she comes in.
that's a good one, Sarah.
that is a very good
So,
story.
yeah, just wanted to tell you guys that don't do things you're not supposed to because the universe will expose you in weird ways.
The moral of the story is
And
don't
at
stick
least-
things up your
At
butt.
least don't put them as the emergency contact.
Yeah, or at
if
least
you're
like
doing things that you're not supposed to be doing. Don't put the person you don't want to know as your emergency contact.
I think the dumbest
life
thing
lesson.
in that
Yeah.
cheating story was that he said he was going to be out of town, but he was in town.
Yeah.
Like anything could have happened in town. He could have gotten a car accident.
Yeah,
He could have
yeah.
ran into somebody like at the,
Totally.
grocery store.
He needed an excuse to do what he was going to do. But I'm going to hop off and give other people a chance. I just wanted to talk to you guys on a Wednesday.
Thanks,
Thank
Sarah.
you for
Thanks
the
for the
story.
story.
Thank
Thanks
you,
for the
Sarah.
pecan. Still
Have
working
a-
on
have a
those.
good one.
Thanks
Yeah,
a
you
lot.
too.
Thank you.
I mean, I can't imagine how stuck it had to be for them to make the decision to need to go to the OR, to the emergency room. Like, I would be like, I don't care. Just grab some tongs. Like, do something.
Oh my God. But what if no, and no.
There has to be anything other than going to the emergency room to have something removed from that spot.
You could, I don't know anything about this topic, but I feel like you could cause damage if you.
I feel like it would be worth it.
Okay.
I don't even know. I feel like it would be worth it.
Brooks is like, no comment on
Yeah,
this.
no
Tonight
comment over
is
there.
we've gone over some weird stuff.
Yeah, we
tonight.
have.
Okay.
Some of the off-air stuff was bizarre as
the
well.
voicemail about the femboy, it was all.
That was interesting. So I want to check at this point, how are we on time? How are we on viewers? I know the call lines.
7:02, 33 people watching.
All right. And did Twitch pick us up at all today?
Nope.
No, they're just a hit or miss
We
over
had
there.
one guy in there earlier.
Hey, what's up, one guy?
Hi,
He's
guy.
gone now. All right. So you want to? I know the phone lines are completely jacked up. You want to take see if we can get through a few more?
Yeah.
All right. 760-517-6844 is the phone number talking to you guys tonight. Brooks is back. Banana's here. I'm here. And let's see who we got in the lines now. Who's this? It's me. 5 seconds ago.
Hey there.
Hey, what's going on?
Hello?
Hey.
Hey, is this Pete?
Yes, it is. Who's this?
Yeah, Pete, this is Skip. I want to say hi to you, Brooks and Banana.
Hey, Skip.
And I
Skip.
want to give you, and Pete, I want to give you kudos, and I'll tell you quickly why.
All right.
In the early 1970s, out of the Imperial Beach, California, Coronado area, I surfed for Lucky Lager Breweries. Is Lucky 7 still going out there? Lucky Lager?
I don't know. is
Lucky
it?
7, I
Probably.
think, is still a restaurant down there.
Oh, nice.
I have not heard of Lucky Lager.
Well, it used to be a brewery out of L.A. They made Lucky Lager.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Sounds good.
sponsored a surf team, and we got to go all over the place.
Awesome.
Sweet.
That's cool.
Now, the intriguing aspect of this whole thing is I now live in Pennsylvania, but I've seen you on your Facebook, and I started following you because I've done kind of a reversal in that I am now like 95% visually impaired.
Wow.
So I can sympathize with your lack of vision, and I'm quite impressed with the fact that you are surfing and doing all the great things you're doing and being a good inspiration to many, many others.
Oh, that's really
So-
nice to hear. And someone, it's obviously you've got experience. I didn't think surfing without vision would be the most challenging thing I'd ever done. I thought, playing pickup basketball with balls flying at your face was going to be hard, but there's a lot that you should be aware of in the ocean, and
Oh gosh, yes,
yeah,
yeah.
and
Oh my, yeah.
having to pick it all up through hearing and feel, and having to adjust at the last second is far more difficult than I ever would have anticipated. But you, a sponsored surfer back in the '70s, a traveling team. I mean, one, you must have been good.
Yeah.
Two, I'm curious, what were you riding back then? What was your board in the '70s?
I had a 6 foot 7 inch custom made board by Country Honk Unlimited out of Encinitas.
Encinitas?
Had a deep water skeg
Single
and
fin.
very sharp side rails.
Nice.
Yep.
It was
single fin.
super lightweight. I mean, I'm trying to remember. It probably weighed at most 15 pounds.
That was lightweight back then. I feel like my board now weighs about
Yeah.
7 ounces.
I know. When you said 15 pounds, I was like,
Country Honk
But
was a well-known one back then.
Is this a
I'm
stupid
sorry?
question? Was that a wooden board?
No.
No.
No. Fiberglass board.
And still 15 pounds of fiberglass, huh? That's
I don't know.
Well, the technology has
kinda
changed.
Yeah, definitely changed.
It just seemed that way,
Yeah. Well,
I don't remember the weight, but I just know it was fast.
yeah.
And initially, it was much too fast for me. And I had a nickname by my team. My teammates called me Hudson. I was goofy-footed, and they said every time I got to the bottom of a wave and I started back up, I looked like the hood ornament from an old Hudson.
That's pretty funny. That's a neat nickname.
Arms out, arms back, leg up, all that goofy stuff.
That's great.
That's a good story.
And as you're saying about, a lot going on, a lot to be aware of, I sympathize completely. I mean, cracked ribs, dislocated shoulder, broken ankles. I mean,
All the
but
stuff.
when you're 20, 21 years old, that doesn't matter. It
Yeah.
doesn't even enter in,
Be back in the water the
But,
next day. But
Yeah.
well,
yeah, right. But interesting times, and I don't know. I'm sure the surfing world is much different today. But
yeah, now they got
again,
these crazy blind guys out there.
I know.
well, more power to you. There's a great thing, you won't be able to see it. It's a video called Slow Mo, and
I
there's
know
a
that.
fellow who moved to. You've heard of that? Yeah,
Yeah.
he moved to Pacific Beach, and all he wanted to do was rollerblade.
Yep, he's a rollerblader.
So, yeah. So,
Well, that's cool.
Thanks to all of you for the good that you do, and kudos to you, Pete. Keep inspiring, especially the younger kids.
That's nice to hear.
Nice.
Skip.
I'm so glad you
Thanks a
got
lot.
through. Thank you
Yeah,
for
that's
calling,
cool.
Skip.
It's a cool story. A pro surfer from the '70s.
Yeah, I love that.
He must have been a baller back then.
Right?
Traveling around doing different surf competitions. That must have been the life in the '70s. We'll see if we can get a couple more. 760-517-6844. You got it's like a rare occasion. All three of us on the couch at one time. Brooks having more room than I think the two of us combined.
No, he
but-
scooted over.
All
Now
right,
we're
all right.
fine.
Yeah, I made some room.
I mean, one of these days I might upgrade the size of the couch, but I feel
We're
like
going to complain until he does that, right?
Yeah,
right?
we need a
Yeah.
bigger couch.
760-517-6844. Hey, who's this?
Hello, I am Leah, and I'm here with my ball python, actually, creme brulee.
Did you say Python?
And
Yep.
yeah, python.
Ball
He is
python.
a,
Named Pete's
banana
favorite dessert.
morph.
Yeah, I said that the other day. One of my favorite desserts is a creme brulee. I met a python at the San Diego Zoo, didn't I?
Yeah,
I think
he
his
is
name
one.
was. Oh no, that was the boa constrictor was David Boa.
Oh yeah. That's right.
Yeah. So tell me more about that. Why? How big? How big is it?
Creme brulee is about like 4 feet maybe, and maybe like 2 inches wide, which
Now-
pretty normal for ball pythons. He's not as big as like the pythons, like the reticulated pythons that you see casually. He's smaller, and
I don't see
he's
pythons
really friendly,
casually.
actually. For a ball python, they're usually a lot more like quiet, shy, hiding. But Creme, he is not at all like normal ball pythons. He will climb all over his enclosure, all over you. Very active, very social, very photogenic for a snake.
So can you
Very sweet and-
wear creme? Like, will you like drape them over your neck and just kind of walk around and hang out?
Oh, absolutely. We have another ball python named Zelda that will do that perfectly. But Creme is he's an enigma, so he likes to go all over you and try and get your attention, make sure that he's the focus.
Sounds like our dog Steve.
Yeah, I have a tattoo of a cobra on my right arm because I always like to tell people that snakes are notorious for having bad eyesight, but they're still very capable animals because of the other things that they can do. So I'm a fan of snakes, but I've never owned one. Never.
Me neither.
I got a
but
fluffy.
I'm not against them.
Yeah, I got a fluffy
And I'm
white
not afraid
dog.
of them. Yeah.
I'll hold her. I feel like I don't. I mean, I met. Did I meet two boas, or was one of them a python?
I don't.
I think it was a python.
They were surprisingly like strong and hard. Yeah, the episode of me at the San Diego Zoo, I got to experience two snakes up close, and then they let
One
me.
of them was so big that it was like all of us sitting in a row. Yeah, like that.
Huge, yeah.
Yeah, but I would say the snake was probably like across 6 people's bodies
Yeah.
sitting down.
And it was thick, like it was like 7 or 8 inches across, and they let me touch its cloaca. Well, they didn't tell me what I was touching.
Enthusiasm.
Yeah, well, it was interesting. That was right after I stuck my finger in a kangaroo's pouch. Then I touched the cloaca of a snake, and I was like, wow, there's just a lot going on today.
There's some interesting things you can say that you've touched.
Yes, yeah, I got a bucket list.
It wasn't his idea, if that makes it any better.
I just did it. So what else is going on? Just were you calling to say hey and tell us about Creme?
Well,
feel like-
I'd have to say, if there's anything that I could like think to add on to, oh my goodness, Krem, please stop. He's trying to call the problem right now. If there's anything that I had to say is that I'm curious about your blind guy unboxing videos. When you stab the knife into the box, have you ever like hit the item inside or like damaged it?
I will answer that one off the air because I've answered it a number of times. But one more question for you and your snake: do they eat live mice?
No, they all eat frozen thawed. In total, we have over 10 reptiles
Oh,
that
wow.
we take care of, me and my family.
Okay.
And they're all frozen thawed because my mom could never feed live. She's too much of an animal lover.
Yeah, I've heard of that. Like they like live mice.
When I was watching my friend's ball python, we would feed it live mice.
Oh, that's so creepy.
It was like such an event.
Oh no, I don't say I couldn't
I've
do
seen
stuff
that
like
on
that.
TV, and like I'm just like kind of like
One time we dropped the mouse in. So you put the snake in a box and you drop the mouse in, and the mouse landed on top of the snake. The snake was coiled up. So the mouse landed on top of the snake's body. So the snake was like, I don't know what to do. It's on top of me. And so it like tried to kind of turn its head, and it went to go bite the mouse, and the mouse turned and bit the snake.
No way.
On its gums. Like the
What?
snake's mouth was open, and the mouse was so fast that it bit the snake's gum.
No way.
The snake like pulled back as like, and then it went in again. The mouse bit it again, and they were like going back and forth. It was like a brutal battle.
Did you save the mouse? I feel like he was worthy of saving.
I was not gonna get in between them,
I
but eventually
guess.
the snake got him. But it was that mouse was a hero.
Oh man, I feel like you should have like saved that mouse and bred him. Like
Dude,
that's
it was epic. I was like, wow,
gross.
man, you deserved to live.
to live, yeah, but nobody
he
saved
did
him.
not. He was eaten.
All right. I have never stabbed the contents of the box. You can usually tell if a box. Oh, I will answer that in a second. This is probably for you, Banana.
At Majab Brown
Mateo Brown.
3983 tip $4.99 through Super Chat.
Thanks, Mateo.
Taste Craft Eatery is a restaurant that started in SLO is coming late 2026 to Carlsbad, located at the square at Bressy Ranch.
All right.
Try it when it opens.
Let's go.
We'll have to go check it out. We're always looking for some new places. As long as they got margaritas. Oh, and Matea has like 3 or 4 packages for us at the P.O. Box. So
Okay.
she really wants you to
I
go and
come
get
there
them.
all the time.
I
Okay.
know, there's a lot of stuff to get. No, I've never stabbed anything inside a blind guy unboxing box because you can usually tell. I'm going really fast because I've answered it a bunch of times. You can usually tell how full a box is, and I only put it in like an inch or two. And then sometimes if the box is completely full, spoiler alert, I will take the thing out of the box and then stab an empty box.
Oh my god.
I know, it's a little bit of a secret. Sometimes I stab an empty
Scandalous.
box. I know. Should we do one more or so?
Yeah, let's do one more.
One more,
All right.
yeah.
All right. Everybody votes one more.
One more.
So I'm just going to give the person a second to understand that they're going to be up next. They're being told to mute the stream. And once they get that, I can put them on and we'll say, hello. Hello. Who's this?
Hello.
Yo.
I just want to say, like, I just love watching videos.
Thank you,
That's
robot.
so nice. Thank you.
He sounds like Optimus Prime over there.
Yeah.
sorry.
That's okay. We can still hear
I can
you.
hear you. What else going on?
I also wanted to ask you, like, I'm blind too, and I was just wondering if you have any tips for like surfing.
Your calls, the call
He's
quality is
blind
a little
too, but he
rough.
wants some tips for surfing.
Go with a friend. I've surfed alone a number of times. Usually ends well, not always. I'd say start small, start on the inside, start with a lot of foam. That way, if you bump into someone, you're just hitting them with foam.
Just try the whitewash.
Yeah.
So Google that, like.
Inside stuff. Like it's
Yeah,
where you'd boogie board.
Right, exactly. And like figure out that is hard and that if you want to keep going, then keep going, but don't just like go out, don't just like paddle out past the break and try to think you're going to surf.
I love this. You got like two pro surfers on either side of you, and Banana's giving you the advice on surfing.
I feel like I could be the voice on like learning to surf and how hard it is.
It is.
And
I think the biggest tip I'd give you is if it's something you really want to do, don't get discouraged because it is a lot of hard work and a lot of failure in the beginning. Banana broke her toe first time out, or second time out?
no, it was like in the first month that we were going out.
Pretty quick.
And I didn't break it like actually on the board. I broke it jumping off the board because I had taken the whitewash in too far,
Yeah.
and then I jumped off and I broke it on a rock.
Accidents can happen anywhere at any time. On the water, off the water. It is a difficult sport, but like anything in your life, if you want to do it, keep at it.
Don't feel discouraged just because you don't have vision.
Yeah.
Just go for it.
Yeah, I mean, if I can do it, you can do it. So, should we call it there, guys?
I think so.
All right. Thank you to everybody that let me fire this off. Thank you to everybody that tuned in.
Everybody.
Don't forget
for the super chats.
Yes, thank you to all the super chats. If you didn't get through and you got something to say, give me about 5 minutes till after the show ends, and I will set up the phone line to the voicemail 760-517-6844. You can leave messages any time of the day or night, and we'll play them back during the Check Pete's voicemail segment. Also, I'm going to have a Check Pete's voicemail replay as my video tomorrow at 10 o'clock Pacific time. Until next Tuesday, we've got Brooks, we've got Banana. I'm Pete.